The top stories tonight in Y News. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. vows his administration will do its best to provide free internet services in far-flung areas of the country. A lawmaker urges the government and telecommunication companies to make the mandatory registration of subscriber identity module or SIM starting tomorrow would be accessible for all. The Department of Social Welfare and Development assures enough supply of family food packs for families affected by the massive flooding in areas of Visayas and Mindanao. And China's joint combat patrols and joint strike drills cross Taiwan's boundaries as Beijing condemns the newly passed defense authorization law that boosts U.S. military assistance for the country. Good evening, Philippines and the world. Today is Monday, December 26, 2022. Join us in the next hour as we deliver today's top stories around the Philippines and in other parts of the world. We are also seen in 1,935 satellite monitoring centers nationwide and via live streaming worldwide through the UNTV News and Rescue social media channels. I am William Theo. First in the news, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. vowed that his administration will do its best to make sure that there will be free internet services in all far-flung areas of the country. Nel Maribohok reports.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. led the rollout of internet for students and teachers in remote areas last Saturday, December 24, as part of his administration's Broadband ng Masa program or BBMP, which aims to provide internet connectivity in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas across the country. In a surprise appearance in an online kamustahan organized by the Department of Information and Communications Technology or DICT, the chief executive talked to students and teachers from various parts of the country, including the remote Pag-asa Island in the West Philippine Sea. During the online gathering, President Marcos Jr. said the BBMP will be implemented in all remote islands, especially those without access to mobile cellular services.
Malalayo yan ang mas may kailangan, lalo na yung mga bata para sa kanilang eskwela. Buti na lang, maraming bagong teknolohiya na pwede natin gamitin na we are taking full advantage of para naman kahit saan sa Pilipinas, makakaramdam tayo ng connectivity at napaka-importante na ngayon yan eh.
PBBM said the use of digital technologies will improve interconnectivity and government services. The DICT reported that for 2022, 4,757 live sites were activated in 17 regions under the government's digitalization initiative. Nel Maribohok, UNTV News and Rescue, we serve the people, we give glory to God.
The Bureau of Immigration expects 30,000 average daily international arrivals of passengers in the country this long holiday season. Dante Amento tells us why.
The Bureau of Immigration, or BI, has recorded a total of 31,992 international arrivals or passengers from different countries last Saturday, December 24, 2022, and almost 30,000 yesterday. Majority of them arrived via the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA.
For departures naman po, yung ating departures, 22,248 po yung departures natin ng Christmas Eve, while 27,934 naman po yung departures natin for Christmas Day. And ito po ay significantly higher than the last 2 years. Kasi kung maalala niyo po, noong nakaraang 2 taon, medyo malungkot po yung holiday seasons dahil wala halos pumabiyahe due to the travel restrictions po imposed worldwide.
The Immigration Bureau believes the large number of international arrivals is due to the relaxation of the travel restrictions in the country.
Dahil nakikita natin na tumataas na po yung confidence ng mga tao sa pagbiyahe muli. It means po, nakikita po natin na ang turismo at ang international travel sector is really on the rebound.
Well, I just arrived, so I'm not sure, but I hope that it's going to be super exciting and that we are going to enjoy a lot.
BI spokesperson Dana Sandoval said they are expecting an average of 30,000 international arrivals daily this long holiday until the year ends. The Bureau, meanwhile, assures that they have enough personnel to assist the passengers in different airports.
Well, yung projection po natin all the way until New Year, medyo mataas po yung ating arrivals dahil nag-uuwian po yung mga kababayan natin at saka yung kanila pong mga pamilya para dito po sila mag-celebrate ng Kapaskuhan at Bagong Taon.
Dante Amento, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, has rescued 23 fishermen off waters of Sangali, Zamboanga City on Sunday, December 25. Their boats were almost sinking due to the strong wind caused by the shear line, or the line of clouds formed due to the convergence of cold and warm air. The PCG immediately deployed floating assets for the rescue operation. The fishermen were assisted to return to their area of origin. A lawmaker is urging the government and telecommunication companies to make the registration of SIM accessible for all. Meanwhile, another Solon warns the public against an online scam that is taking advantage of SIM registration in the country. Harleen Delgado will tell us why.
As the mandatory registration of subscriber identity modular SIM begins tomorrow, December 27, Senator Grace Poe has called on authorities as well as telecommunication companies or telcos to ensure the efficient implementation of the law. Poe, who also chairs the Senate Committee on Public Services and sponsored the law in the upper chamber, says the process should be easy and convenient to encourage mobile users to register without any hassle. She adds assistance must be ensured for senior citizens, minors, pregnant persons with disabilities, and those who have no internet connection. The senator believes massive and constant information drive should also be conducted to encourage subscribers to register their SIM and to assure them of the safety of their personal information. Meanwhile, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian has advised the public to take extra caution against an online scam using the electronic wallet GCash ahead of the SIM registration. Several netizens reported to have received a fraudulent email apparently coming from GCash Advisory, informing them that their account has been blocked and will only be reinstated once they pre-register in the provided link. In a Facebook post, GCash warned the public against the said scam, saying that it will never send links via text message, email, and messaging apps. It also advised the public to register their SIM only through official channels of their telcos. Harleen Delgado, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
The Department of the Interior and local government announced that they will help telecommunication companies set up SIM registration facilities in remote areas. JP Nunez will tell us why.
The Department of Interior and Local Government, or DILG, will closely coordinate with the local government units, Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, and the National Telecommunications Commission, or NTC, to set up SIM card registration facilities in remote areas. This is part of the implementation of the SIM registration law to help those who have limited access to internet still register their SIM card. Undersecretary Margarita Gutierrez explains that barangay-level officials could be utilized to reach their constituents.
Kasi sila yung may mga kilala sa mga constituents natin, so mas mabilis po yung information dissemination po since kakilala naman nila yung mga tao sa barangay level.
Starting 12:01 later, December 27, telecommunication companies will open their online platform and prepaid subscribers may start to register their SIM cards. Telcos already advise their subscribers through online promotions in social media on the instruction on how they will fill out their registration. Telcos also announced that their subscribers will get text blasts of the official links for registration. They will also receive notifications through their mobile apps. Meanwhile, the DICT said it will conduct cross-validation of those who will register to ensure accurate data users.
After the initial registration process, we will conduct a post-verification process, meaning just to confirm the identity. Meron po tayong initial phase, and this is done in coordination with telcos. Meron pong tinatawag na selfie verification. That's why we require yung mga IDs na dapat mag-match yung selfies nila doon sa picture nila po doon sa ID.
JP Nunez, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
And foreign news abroad. In a 24-hour display of force directed at Taiwan, China's military has sent 71 warplanes and 7 ships towards Taiwan. Marvy Delphine will tell us why live. Marvy?
LC joint combat patrols and joint strike drills were held by the People's Liberation Army, or PLA, near Taiwan's boundaries, as Beijing condemns the newly passed defense authorization law that boosts U.S. military assistance for Taiwan. In a statement on Sunday, December 25, Shi Yi, the spokesman for the PLA's Eastern Theater Command, said, "This is a firm response to the current U.S.-Taiwan escalation and provocation." Shi Yi added that theater forces will not renounce the use of force to defend its national sovereignty and territorial integrity. Among the Chinese aircraft detected were 18 J-16 fighter jets, 11 J-1 fighters, 6 Su-30 fighters, and drones. Meanwhile, Taiwan deemed the drills as attacking regional peace and also an attempt to pressure the self-ruled island. Taiwan continues to monitor China's movement through its own Navy vessels and land-based missile systems. Elsie?
Thank you, Marvy Delphine, reporting live from Australia. We'll share more global stories with you later, but for now, back to you, William.
Yes, thank you, Elsie. Before the implementation of the SIM Registration Act on Tuesday, December 27, telecommunication companies informed the public that a selfie verification is needed for the registration process. Eileen Cerudo will tell us why.
In order to prevent fake identities submitted during the SIM registration, telcos will include selfies for verification process. During a press conference, Globe Telecom and Dito Telecommunity assure a convenient and safe registration process for their customers. According to Globe Telecom Head of Policy Division Arnel Tubayan, the selfie verification will be a part of their registration.
So magse-selfie kayo together with the government ID na presented. And merong technical, ang tawag doon kasi is optical card reader. So sa ngayon medyo primitive po yon, pero there will be some enhancements later on para mas mapabilis ang verification.
Katulad ng with the other telcos, no, may verification process kami. One of them is using the selfie. Tapos meron din tayong audit process. Ang gusto namin siguro, maybe ihiling sa publiko is alalahanin natin na itong process na ginagawa natin ay tatawagin ko evolving, no, and continuously improving.
Telcos also assure that the SIM registration will not take longer than an hour. Their customers would only need to follow the guidelines through their telco websites and apps. Globe Telecom also said that the company is coordinating with the Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, for a more streamlined verification process.
Meron hinahanda yung DICT for purposes of quick verification of all IDs. Kasi ang hingin namin sana before was to have an API directly with the government ID issuers. Para sa ganun, yes or no, ma-validate ka agad kung tama yung sinumit nilang ID.
Meanwhile, the DICT will conduct a post-verification months after the SIM registration begins. According to DICT Undersecretary Ana May Lamentilio, the post-verification will be linked to the national ID system.
So kung may mga ngahas po na mag-register ng mga peking pangalan, ngayon pa lang po, sinasabi na po namin, seryoso po ang gobyerno in implementing the law.
Eileen Cerudo, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Meanwhile, the Department of Justice, or DOJ, hopes that the SIM Registration Act will help in reducing the number of crime incidents such as child pornography, kidnap for ransom, and tech scams. DOJ Secretary Crispin Boying Remulla said that SIM cards will now be traceable, which can help remove the use of prepaid SIMs for various crimes. Secretary Remulla meanwhile assured that the data of SIM registrants is well protected. The official said there are strict provisions in the law in order to access the data of a SIM user.
Ginagamit lang naman to pag meron na talagang crime committed, then we will come in and issue a subpoena. You need a compulsory process to produce the information from the data.
In other news, the Department of Social Welfare and Development assures enough supply of family food packs for families affected by the massive flooding in some areas in Visayas and Mindanao. Jenice Inhente will tell us why.
Over 60,000 family food bags are in standby for distribution for families who have been affected by the massive floodings in areas of Visayas and Mindanao due to shear line. According to Pag-asa, the rain experienced in some areas is caused by the shear line or the line of clouds formed due to the convergence of cold and warm air. As of 6 p.m. yesterday, December 25, DSWD reported 15,487 families or 69,000 individuals which are now being assisted by the agency from 98 barangays in Eastern Visayas, Northern Mindanao, Caraga Region, and Zamboanga Peninsula. While more than 9,000 families or almost 46,000 individuals are temporarily sheltered in 34 evacuation centers in parts of Regions 10 and 13.
Yung ating po mga prepositioned na family food packs, nasa 60,000 mahigit po yan. So wala rin po tayong nakikitang kakulangan sapagkat yung estimated po natin affected families, nasa 60,000 din po. So with that, nakikita natin na sasapat naman. Wala naman po magiging problema dito.
Aside from the prepositioned aid, DSWD said there are enough vans that can be used in their field offices to aid residents affected by the flood.
Yung atin po kasing quick response fund, nasa 56.50 million, maayos po ito. Yung 75 million naman po natin, available po yan doon sa ating mga field offices. So wala po tayong nakikitang problema.
The SWD also assures that they will provide psychosocial counseling to affected residents, while families of individuals who died due to calamities will receive 10,000 pesos worth of burial assistance and 5,000 pesos cash assistance to injured individuals. Meanwhile, the quick response team of DSWD is on full alert in areas with the threat of bad weather condition.
Activated na yung ating mga regional quick response teams. Ito po, lahat ng mga areas na merong possibility ng sama ng panahon o may banta na kapagpaan, landslide, naka full alert na yung ating quick response team nang sa ganun mapabantayan yung ating mga kababayan.
Malacanang previously said that there are more than 7 million pesos funds prepared for the relief operations to be carried out by the DSWD and LGUs, which includes essential and non-essential items. Rescue operations in the affected areas also continues. Janice Inhente, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Agricultural Group Samahang Industriya ng Agrikultura or SINAG expects a drop in prices of onions starting January 2023. According to the group's chairman Rosendo So, onion farmers have started harvesting their yields, so it is expected that the price per kilogram of onions would go down to 200 pesos per kilogram from today's market price of around 400 to 600 pesos per kilogram. He argued that the recent discovery and seizure of smuggled onions from different entry points in the country somehow alerted the authorities about such illegal importation.
tempestuous Arctic storm has grappled most of the United States of America and Canada over the long holiday, continued to pummel on Sunday, December 25. Officials say 34 people died across the U.S., with the worst hit area being the city of Buffalo in New York State. 4 fatalities occurred in Canada when a bus rolled over an icy road near the town of Merritt, in the western province of British Columbia. The storm has wreaked havoc for days, but power has been steadily restored after earlier blackouts. Thousands of flights have been canceled, preventing many people from reaching their families on December 25 holiday. Forecasters say the storm will ease off in the next few days, but the advice remains to avoid traveling unless essentials. And those are the reasons behind the news in other parts of the globe. I am Elsie Marcos, live from Auckland, New Zealand. Good evening.
The National Capital Region Police, or NCRPO, has announced on Monday, December 26, that 155 members of the Communist Party of the Philippines New People's Army, or CPP-NPA, have surrendered to different Metro Manila police units from January to December 26, 2022. Since January, there are 16 communist members have been arrested, wherein 1 died in a police operation. 55 former members of the rebel group also surrendered on Monday, December 26, and have turned over their firearms and ammunition to authorities. After the death of CPP founding chair Jose Maria Sison, the government has urged the rebels to peacefully surrender to the government and return to a normal life in society. In a statement, NCRPO Chief Major General Jonel Estomo has emphasized the authorities and rebels are one in pursuing a safe and progressive community for their children and families. He also added that they never meant to red tag anybody, as they only call for peace and unity. According to Estomo, it's high time to finally end the armed struggle of rebels and unite towards the betterment of the nation, since this decade-long conflict has brought so much violence in the country already. These surrenderers have taken their oath of allegiance to the government, and they have also renounced their membership and ideologies by the ceremonial turnover of firearms and ripping of rebel flags. All of them are under the custody of the NCRPO for debriefing, and assistance for their enrollment to the government's Enhanced Comprehensive and Local Integration Program, or ECLIP, will also be provided to each of the surrenderers. The Philippine National Police, or PNP, on Monday, December 26, has confirmed that no indiscriminate firing was reported among police personnel, but disclosed that they are currently doing an investigation on 3 related incidents perpetrated by civilians. According to PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo, there were no immediate reports of any illegal discharge and accidental firing during the public's observance of long holiday, and the ongoing investigation for those incidents that occurred days before the occasion. The PNP is probing a report of an accidental firing that resulted in a stray bullet incident in Visayas region. Fajardo happily reported that there were no untoward incident. It was an overall generally peaceful nationwide on Sunday, December 25, except for some vehicular accidents that involved intoxicated drivers. Meanwhile, Fajardo has emphasized the strict implementation of illegal firecracker ban. As of 6 a.m. of December 26, the PNP had arrested 17 individuals for selling prohibited firecrackers online, and they are continuing their efforts to continuously monitor the web to combat other perpetrators. Under Republic Act number 7183, violators will face a fine of up to 30,000 pesos or imprisonment of up to 1 year, or both, at the discretion of the court. Violators will face a fine of up to 30,000 or imprisonment up to 1 year, or both, at the court's discretion under Republic Act 7183. This also includes cancellation of their license and business permits and confiscation of their stocks. Our kasangbahay, as the world faces these trying times amid the pandemic caused by coronavirus, we are inviting everyone to join the global prayer for humanity.
Good day. I'm Brother Eli Soriano of the members of the Church of God International. I want to invite you to join us in a minute of prayer every day to pray for humanity and the whole world as we go through these perilous times. While safety measures like washing of hands and strengthening of our immune systems may help us through this horrible predicament, there is still no precaution or cure more powerful than God's mighty intervention. And we need His intervention now more than ever. It doesn't matter what religion you are in or what denomination you belong. This is an invitation for all the people around the world who cares for the future of their family, friends, loved ones, and humanity as a whole. Everybody is welcome to pray with us. For more details, you can check out the description box below. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you soon. May God bless you.
Before we close, we will leave you with a word, giving glory to God from the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 13. It says, "Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is." Those are the reasons behind the news, December 26, 2022. Reasons we delivered to you as they unfold. And because we need to know, we will always ask why. I am William Theo. We serve the people. We give glory to God.